Welcome to Hilton Learning Community. This is Kosiorek, Superintendent of Schools, and we're here with another episode of Cadet Chat with Dr. K. So we have a very special guest today. As you know, through the last budget cycle that was approved by the community, we were able to add some very important roles, some important positions, I should say, and additional assistant principals at our high school and at Merton Williams Middle School. So today, a very special guest that we have on the show is Mr. Mark Driesel. He's a new assistant principal at the high school, and just very excited to have him here. He plays an important role in keeping the high school safe and working with the other assistant principals and staff to make sure that everybody is where they need to be and doing the right thing. So welcome to today's show.
Hi, thank you, and thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Could you help the Hilton community get to know you a little bit better, Mr. Driesel?
Definitely. So my name is Mark Driesel. Previously, I taught students with disabilities at Hilton High School for 9 years. While I was there, I coached basketball, I coached baseball, I chaperoned quite a bit. I currently have one little girl, a second on the way. We don't know gender, but we'll find that out in December. So,
right, awesome.
Yeah,
well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what attracted you to apply for a job here in Hilton.
So I had finished up my internship in Kendall last year, and through that I knew that it was definitely the time to take the jump to the administrative role. In looking through applications and seeing what was out there, I saw that Hilton had an opening, and I love the Hilton community. I grew up playing baseball, and I grew up kind of immersed in the Hilton culture. I played with a lot of those guys, so I knew you were turning out a high caliber student, so I knew that this was definitely going to be a great setting for me, and it turned out to go really well and go in my favor.
Excellent. So I definitely know Kendall's reputation. I know they have a very strong reputation. It's a great community. I came from a smaller district in Byron-Bergen, which I know was a competitor with Kendall. And so I've made the transition to Hilton. Now you've made the transition to Hilton. So what are some of the differences you're seeing, and what are some of the similarities between the two school districts?
So I would say that the most obvious and biggest difference is the size. You know, when I was at Kendall teaching, we would graduate in the ballpark of 50 kids per grade. So in our 712 building, we had in roughly 300 to 350 kids. So that's in Hilton what we're graduating every year. So the size is a huge thing, and just the layers and all of the processes that I'm learning. That's another big thing. I'm learning who to contact for what, and who to fall back on, and who's an expert on this and who's an expert on that. And it's been a huge learning curve, but it's something I've really enjoyed thus far.
Excellent. Now, you told me a little bit about your background when we had the opportunity to meet during the interview process. So I know that you were a very good baseball player, and I also know that you owned your own landscaping business. Mm-hmm. So could you tell me a little bit about how those things transfer to your work as an administrator and school leader?
Definitely. So as I referenced earlier, I coached as well as I chaperoned. I did a lot of extra things when I was a teacher at school, and I did that all at the same time with my little landscaping business. And the landscaping was for side money. You know, as a teacher, you have end of June, July, August off, so I would work a day, 2, maybe 3 a week on my own side business. But you know, the spring into fall, September, October, you know, I had to balance all of that with my full-time job. And I think all of that added up helped me to help myself to set myself up for this administrative role, because I learned, you know, I have all these requirements that I have to do, and I have to do them in the same allotted time. And all of that being said, I have to do it and be a father still, you know. At the end of the day, we all wear a lot of hats, you know, but my biggest hat, no matter what I'll do, is be a father. So being able to prioritize the requirements others have of me while still owning my own identity still is really important to me.
Absolutely, and I can also see as a small business person, customer service. So customer service is important in your business, but it's also important as we work with families in the district. So we want to continue to grow that relationship. So outstanding. And thinking about your athletic background and your commitment to getting better at a sport and perseverance and overcoming adversity, I think athletics often can be a microcosm of what leadership is. So we're really happy to have you here, and we think that those are that you're a great asset to the district. So in your new role, you've been here for a couple months. How's it going so far?
I love it. I love every second of it. It's busy. Don't get me wrong, it's busy. You know, I get here And the next thing I know, the kids are leaving for the day, and we do that 4 more times, and that's the week. But I absolutely love it. No regrets moving from my teaching position into an administrative role.
Awesome. So we've had, we all have had different people who have influenced our life in different ways. So think about your development as an educator or your development in leadership. Tell us a little bit about your journey. You touched a little bit about that at the beginning of the show, but help us understand maybe some people who have influenced you into the person that you are today and the educator that you are today.
Okay, so from an administrative standpoint, I had some really great mentors when I was at Kendall. I worked extensively with Kevin Watson, Nick Picardo, and Carol DiAgostino while I was at Kendall. They were all great for me, all willing to extend, to give up their time to help me, essentially put myself into this position. Now that I'm here in Hilton, we have an unbelievable team at the high school. So we all work under Dr. Jeff Green, who is unbelievably successful, just named the 40 under 40. Our team as an AP team, we, Dr. Schneider, Mike Legault, Miss Salagis, myself, Miss Malta, we all work cohesively. When one's out, we cover for each other. We tag team things. We go at situations together, and it's been incredibly beneficial to me as a brand new administrator to have the experience and the knowledge that they bring, where I can, pop across the hall or make a phone call and call on multiple years, 2, 8, 10 years of service as an AP and say, hey, what would you do? Or how can I do this better? Mm-hmm. So the support that I feel on a daily basis has been incredible.
So I know part of the requirements of becoming an administrator is your internship and making sure you're getting to learn how to become an administrator. Mm-hmm. Is there anything now that you're a full-time assistant principal that was a surprise to you as you transition from the classroom?
I was shocked that I actually don't eat a lunch anymore. But that's it, it's just nonstop. And these are all things that I was told, but I thought it was all, like, you'll never get a lunch. I actually don't eat lunch anymore. That's the big surprise, how busy it is, the layers of everything going on. I'm doing my job. I'm doing something that Dr. Green might ask of me, and all of that happening at the same time, and a student situation pops up. So like I referenced earlier, being able to prioritize and figure out what is essential at that moment is really imperative to success in the job.
Okay. So just building on that, what are some things that you would want other people to know about the job of assistant principal? So if you could tell our audience, what's something that you think that you would like them to know about the work that you do on a daily basis?
I think to be a successful assistant principal, you have to be open to knowing you don't know everything. You have to humble yourself and surround yourself by those who are smarter and better than you. Because I'm brand new in the field. July 1st I was hired, so July, August, September, I'm 3 months and a week and a half in. And like I said, I'm extremely lucky to be surrounded by successful people. What I would tell anyone is no matter what job you're pursuing, you need to pursue it for the right reason. So you need to be passionate about it. You need to have the vision. You need to have what you want out of it. You have to wake up every day and be happy going to that job, and I'm really fortunate to say that I am, and I feel that way.
Excellent. So no matter what role employees play in the district, whether they're school-related professionals or they're teachers, there's always stress involved in the work that we do. If you care, then clearly there's some stress. So with the stress that you experience as an assistant principal, what do you do to recharge or to try to balance that so you can stay healthy?
So my primary focus when I get home is to play with my little girl. Emmy's 3 and a half-ish. And anytime I get to hang out with her is amazing. If we're talking just solely myself, I love working out, I love running. During the summer, I still play baseball. I pitch on a local team out of Rochester. We play in a 18 and over wood bat league. Fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of good guys there, a lot of Hilton guys. I still pitch. I pitch roughly 75 innings a summer still. Really fortunate to have the arm and the body hold up for that.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, thank you. Is there anything else as we kind of wind down here that you'd like to share with me or share with the viewers about yourself so we can continue to get to know you better?
I think I think from my standpoint is just how lucky and how fortunate I feel to be here, and that Hilton took a chance on me. And you and Dr. Green and everybody who thought I was the right fit, I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to see what the future brings.
All right, thank you. Once again, this is going to close out our episode of Cadet Chat with Dr. K. We once again want to thank Mr. Driesel for his willingness to join me today, and hopefully you have an opportunity to get to meet him through your interactions up at the high school. And thank you once again for being a guest on today's show.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.